Hello, it's me, Pavin Shrestha. I'm here to present on the cases about the Mr. Balfour and Miss Balfour. This is the very much famous English contract law cases, and this cases is related about the intention to create legal contract, and is all about the family arrangement. To begin with, in these cases, Mrs. Balfour and Miss Balfour were happily married couple. They used to live in Sri Lanka together, and they went back to the England for a holiday where the Miss Balfour fallen sick. Because of her health condition, Miss Balfour cannot return back with him in Sri Lanka, and Miss Balfour has to return on England for the treatment, and also with the advice of the doctor. And during their separation, promise to Mr. Balfour has made a promise to give her £30 a month f- until she returned to the Sri Lanka. But some family disputes, Mr. Balfour stopped to send her a money, and where the case all begins, and the Miss Balfour sue a case against Mr. Balfour for not paying money according to the promises he has made. In this case, issue is that whether a family arrangement is under the law or not, and whether the without any legal agreement in the family disputes are privileged or enforced to act. And the rule is that there is no any rule made between the family arrangement where the Mr. Balfour has to pay according to his promise, because there was no any legal intention, and family arrangement has no questions to have a proper law or written law. And in the next part, code the the first code decided that the Mr. Mr. Balfour has to perform according to his promises, and he has obligations to to pay some compensation to look after his wife. But the fact is shown in the Court of Appeal, and the Court of Appeal decided that this is the truly matter of family. There was no any intention to make any legal legal contract, and there is no subject that the Bull Mr. Balfour has a Mr. Balfour has to perform according to his promise, and then Mr. Balfour win the cases. In the conclusion, I totally agreed with the judges, because the judges has made based on the constitutions. There was no any intention to create a legal contract, and it is just about the family disputes. It's just about the family arrangement, and it's just about the promises that has made verbally to as a part of the family. And this case can be relevant with the married versus married, where the married versus married were separated, and where the Mr. Married and Miss Married agreed to compensate the Miss Married as a part of the separation, and there was a totally written contract. But in this case, there was no any written contract, and there was no any intention to create a legal